Welcome back to Inspire Talks by RK. And if you're here, maybe it's because your heart is quietly hoping for something this Christmas. Stay till the end. This one is for you. Title: Dear Christmas. I'm trying to believe again sparkles. There's a kind of silence that only winter understands. The kind that sits between breaths, between memories, between the pieces of a heart that hasn't healed yet. This is the story of Liam Hayes, a young man who grew up loving Christmas more than anything, until life gave him too many reasons to stop believing. He never imagined that one letter, one simple, unexpected letter, would change everything. The boy who loved Christmas. As a child, Liam waited for December all year. He loved the gingerbread smell in the bakery downstairs, the way his mother placed a tiny red star on the window, and how his father would pretend not to see him stealing candy canes from the tree. Christmas to him meant warmth, laughter, family, and a home that felt safe. But life is unpredictable. When Liam was 17, his parents were taken in an accident on Christmas Eve. That year, the world didn't dim. It went completely black. Since then, every December felt like reopening a wound that never healed. He avoided malls, avoided lights, avoided songs, avoided anything that reminded him of what he once had. To him, Christmas had become a ghost, one that followed him every winter. The letter on his doorstep. Christmas Eve, 11:02 p.m. Liam returned from work, exhausted, hungry, and numb the way he always felt this time of year. But on the doormat of his apartment lay a small white envelope. No stamps, no name, just two words written in elegant handwriting. Dear Liam. His heart skipped. Inside was a handwritten letter. A letter that smelled faintly of pine and cinnamon. It read, Dear Liam, I don't know if you still believe in Christmas, but Christmas still believes in you. You've carried December alone for too many years, and I want you to know, your story isn't over. Your heart isn't broken beyond repair, and the love you lost, it never left you. Tomorrow, go to the Maple Bridge at 7 p.m. You deserve a new memory. Let Christmas show you something beautiful again. There was no signature, just a small red star drawn at the bottom, the exact kind his mother used to hang. Liam felt his chest tighten. Who would write something like this? How did they know? And why did that little star feel like a hand reaching out to him from the past? The bridge. He almost didn't go, but something inside him, something small, fragile, hopeful, pushed him to walk toward Maple Bridge as the snow fell gently around him. The lights reflected on the frozen river below, creating a glow that made the world look softer than usual. When he reached the bridge, he saw her, a girl around his age, in a red scarf and mittens, holding a thermos of hot chocolate. Her smile disarmed him instantly. You came, she said, relieved. You wrote the letter, he asked. She nodded. My name is Clara. But why me? She looked at the river, her eyes soft. Because grief recognizes grief. And I've seen you walking alone every year. Like life owed you an apology it never gave. Liam swallowed hard. How did you know about my parents? Clara reached into her pocket and pulled out a tiny red star. I used to be the little girl downstairs, the one who always watched your family decorate the window. Your mom once gave me this star because mine broke. She told me, Christmas is meant to be shared. And I promised myself that when I grew up, I'd give it back to you when you needed it most." Liam froze, his throat tightening. Clara stepped closer. "I don't want you to spend another Christmas believing you're alone." The memory Christmas sent him. They stood on that bridge for hours, talking about everything they had lost, everything they feared, everything they still hoped for. Clara didn't try to fix him. She just saw him. And sometimes, being seen is the closest thing to healing. Before they left, Clara placed the red star in his hand. "I think your mother would want you to have this back," she whispered. For the first time in years, Liam didn't cry from pain. He cried from relief. The kind of relief that feels like coming home after a long, cold journey. As they walked away together, Liam looked up at the quiet sky and whispered, "Dear Christmas, thank you for not giving up on me." And for the first time since he was 17, he believed, not in the decorations, not in the gifts, not in the snow, but in the simple truth that Christmas had always tried to teach him. Love never leaves. It simply waits for you to open the door again. Sparkle's moral of the story: Sparkles. Even the coldest winters can be warmed by one act of kindness. And sometimes, the universe sends the right people at the exact moment your heart whispers for help. Never stop believing in new beginnings, even when the past hurts. Your feedback helps me get better. Did anything feel off or could be improved? Let me know in the comments. If this story touched your heart, then let your finger do one small thing. Hit that like button. And if you want to walk with me in more such journeys, then subscribe. Our next story might just find you before you find it. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye-bye.